to the living room, episode 2.
S1E2.
Okay, we're back. We're going to talk about our week, share some things, share some thoughts. You want to get us started?
Yeah, so Mondays in our brokerage, we have our team meeting. And this is where our entire brokerage can come together and learn what's going on in the week and also get some education about real estate in general.
And lunch.
Also important.
I really like it because, we're all independent contractors doing our own thing. And so coming from an office environment where I got to see people more than just one coworker all the time.
I'm not enough.
But I just like it because I get to see people that I don't see and talk to them. And it's fun for me from a social standpoint, the social gathering.
Yes.
Also, on Mondays and Thursdays, Scott is at our office on Lakeland Drive because
I do some tech consulting there. I do our tech training for our new agents and our not as new agents who need help with their technology. We have some proprietary technology that I help train our agents on and make sure that they're running their business as efficiently as they can.
So he's at the office.
Mornings on those days.
So we also this is a personal part of the week. We had a birthday to celebrate. Hazel turned 11.
Yeah. And going on 22. So
yes. So she spent some time with us on Wednesday because she asked to be checked out of school early for her birthday.
Couldn't really say no to that.
So she came along with us for part of the day on Wednesday. Her birthday was Wednesday. Then we had some closings. Well, one closing.
One successful
closing. Our listing in Brandon and Castle Woods finally closed. So our friends moved to Georgia and we finally got their house sold.
Yeah. So it was a long time coming. They had moved because of a new job and it took the right buyers to get in this house and we got it done. So we're really pleased for them.
Yeah, we're happy that I guess we're happy. I mean, we are happy for them. We always like when people live near us, but we're happy that they got their house sold. And then we were supposed to close on another investment property for ourselves, but there was a slight hiccup.
Little wood-destroying insect problem. There were some termites at the house that caused some damage that we could not move forward. They found termites, and in addition to needing treatment, there are also some repairs that have to take place before we can close. And so now we have to extend that and go through that process of getting it fixed before we can move forward with that.
So hopefully next week, though, we'll close on it. And if anybody knows people who
need a 4-bedroom
in Clinton, let us know. We will be looking to rent that out ASAP. And other investment properties that we listed, yeah, not ours. One of those got under contract, then out of contract.
And hopefully about to
go back under contract. So that's kind of how investment properties sometimes work, especially in certain areas where it's just a little more difficult to get everything buttoned up, I guess, for
buyers and sellers on the same page and negotiating all that. And in these cases, the properties are leased, and so we don't let people in them to view the properties until there's a contract, just so to minimize tenant interruptions. And so that way they don't get to see the house they're buying until after they get under contract. So that's why it kind of comes and goes the way it does.
Well, in this one, the buyer, it is a 1.5 bathroom, and the buyer wanted to convert it to 2 full baths. And after seeing it, realized it was going to be more than he wanted to take on, I believe.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Hopefully then we'll go back under contract, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we're negotiating that now, so hopefully it will.
And then another one did go under contract.
It did,
It did, and has stayed thus far. And what else?
So we've also been with some buyers this week showing them properties. We just spent the bulk of this morning showing about 5 or 6 houses to a family that looking for something very specific, and so hopefully we're able to find them something soon. But yeah,
we were in Oakhurst. All of these were in Clinton. Oakhurst subdivision, Windsor Plantation, Cedar Point,
in Old Town,
and in Old Town. So we were kind of all over the place. But that leads me to say this: that we don't just show houses in Clinton.
No, we don't.
We live in Clinton. Scott, his whole life, has lived in Clinton. We're obviously very familiar with Clinton, but we work all over. Like we mentioned earlier, one of the houses, or the house that closed this week, was in Crossgates in Brandon.
Castle Woods.
Or that one, Castle Woods. We also work in Crossgates.
Yeah.
But we show a lot of houses in Clinton. Like we like to go see things that are newly listed, or just, things that we're interested in for our clients. But we are all over the greater Jackson area. So just putting that out there for anybody who doesn't live in Clinton but wants or needs a real estate team.
We're your team.
We're here. We love to go out of Clinton. I do.
Also, yesterday on Thursday, we have our weekly book club, which we referenced that book last week, but it's always good to get together with not only there are a couple of real estate agents in that group, but also some people that are not in our industry, lenders or stay-at-home mom. So we have other people that we engage with, and it's always fun just to get together and discuss, your take on what we read.
Yeah, and I read a lot. I mean, we both read a lot, but I guess this is our second year doing book club. And so my business nonfiction
increased exponentially. So I've read or listened to just a completely different genre of book, and so it's been really good for me, I feel like. Well, it's fun to hear too, because everything hits everybody a little bit differently, and so something that resonated with me may have been different for Amanda or for somebody else in the book club, and to hear those things called out, it's really helpful for us to be able to get more out of the book than we would if we were just reading it by ourselves.
Yeah, or listening by yourself.
We'll call it reading.
This particular author is British, and I normally listen to books at 1.5 or 1.7. He has to be on 1.2.
He reads fast.
He speaks very quickly, so I had to slow it down. And then we mentioned the new investment property that we are buying. And so this year we will, assuming all the termite stuff gets resolved, we will have done 2 different types of investment properties. Earlier this year, we bought a house and flipped it, and
we rehabbed and resold it.
We're rebranding the flip
genre.
Vernacular. Yeah, we did that earlier this year. It seems like a million years ago.
Closed in May.
But we bought it in
December.
And I really enjoyed doing that. So we've always had in mind other investment opportunities. Scott was wanting to hold something. In hindsight, I think we would agree
that
probably would have been a better hold. I really wanted to do a flip, and I really enjoyed the process. We learned a lot, and I would certainly do it again. I just think from a financial standpoint, we would have been better off just renting it.
Full disclosure, we basically broke even on that one.
Yeah.
From an education standpoint, it was very valuable. We learned a lot. Unfortunately, we didn't lose money.
That's right.
But we didn't make a bunch of money on it.
That's right. But I really wanted to have that experience of doing a flip, and also to have something to offer somebody who wanted to buy a home. And this price point was great for that, for a first-time home buyer. Anyway, that was like a like a heart project.
It wasn't a money project.
It wasn't a money project, and we didn't do too much for the house. There were just some other circumstances involved in that process.
Yeah. Like a whole HVAC going out at the last minute. It took longer than it should have to get all the work done. Just some things like that we learned about, and we'll do better if we do another one. When we do
another one, because I really do want to do another one. Also, I would like, 10 more rental properties too. So
two minds here.
We have to weigh our goals, right?
So we have our homecoming for our alma mater this weekend,
Mississippi College,
and so looking forward to that. I'm on the alumni board at MC, so I have some responsibilities to go and volunteer and do some things on the weekend, and so always good to connect with people you don't see all the time.
We have friends coming in town. So one of my friends is receiving the alumnus of the year for the art department, and there's a reception tomorrow, so I'm very excited for her. She deserves all the praise. Oh, and a Keller Williams Halloween party.
We don't know what we're dressing up as yet, and it's last minute. It's tomorrow, so hopes and prayers for us.
We'll figure it out. All right, that's it. Living room week 2.
See you next week from the living room.
Bye. That's a number 2, not peace out.
Or a vulgar symbol in England.
Oh, no. Okay, living room week 2 done. Cut.